Welcome to How We Heard It, the podcast about music, pop culture, movies, and more, with your hosts Wayne Bledsoe and Chuck Campbell.
Hola, Chile. This is Chuck Campbell with
Wayne Bledsoe, and
I'm John Baker.
So as you might guess, I saw Chile first on the world map, and I always it was hard to pick out at first. I knew someone was on there, and then I realized it was the west coast of South America looked bolder, and it was because Chile, I don't know, I love how weird that country is shaped. You know, It's almost 3,000 miles tall, but only about 110 miles wide on average. And that's because when the Spanish took over, they came in from the Pacific coast, and it's between the Pacific and the Andes. So it's just this fertile valley that runs up the west coast of South America. And that's our geography lesson of the day.
Well, it's weird because you forget that there's a whole series of countries down there that we don't really know anything about.
Right.
Yeah.
We just assume everything south of Texas is Mexico.
yeah, well, South America, I got into a real jag on South American movies and novels and stuff for a while, so I kept up with, I knew quite a bit about some of them.
Funnily enough, the most I've learned about South American cultures, the varied cultures, was from that, oh man, I can't remember the name of the guy, but he did a series of documentaries about motorcycle tours called The Long Way Round. He's an actor. It's like, not Chris Hemsworth, but
I don't know.
anyway.
I don't know that one.
But he did one with another guy on electric motorcycles where they started down in Argentina and went all the way to L.A.
Mm-hmm.
And just the differences in cultures and the differences of infrastructure in all the countries are so different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Our friend Robert and I used to dream about taking the highway from like Alaska or whatever all the way down to the southern end of like Argentina. And it's like, oh gosh, that would take a long time. And maybe not.
I have an acquaintance that did that on a bicycle.
Oh my God.
And she is still out riding.
That's
She's riding around the world.
Wow.
She's been in like all across Persia and, well, not now, but I mean, she's been all across Africa and all through Asia. And she's just living out on the road on a bicycle.
Art Garfunkel, that's one of his things, is he's walking around the world. I don't know where he is now, but I mean, he like will go, he has a map laid out, and he's going to like walk around everything piece by piece.
Man.
Okay.
He said when I talked to him, he said the only place he was scared was in the countryside in Italy.
Oh.
Scared of Italy's countryside.
Well, there's a lot of folks there. I mean, they kidnap people and hold them for ransom. That's a business.
Kind of a business in South America too. I've been there a few times. Yeah. But anyway, let's get on with our subject here. So, what is our topic today, Wayne? You came up with this.
Our topic is popular movies we hate, and I have to tell you the reason I came up with that is I went to a funeral of a very good friend, and the preacher said he brought up this movie, and he said it's one of my favorite movies, and he used it to talk about my friend, and it's like, of course I love my friend to death, but I hated that movie.
Did your friend like that movie, and that's why he brought it up, or is
it's just the preacher's favorite, one of his favorite movies.
Oh, I wouldn't want that.
Well, I'll give you the key. He said, if you build it, they will come.
Okay.
And
all right.
That's the only movie I think I walked out of angry.
Wow. We'll have to
Is that
get
Field
into
of
that.
Dreams?
Field of Dreams. Oh. Yeah, I had to look up the date. 1989. I walked out of that movie pissed off.
I saw that movie, and I honestly just can't even remember it.
I wish I was
I don't think I loved it or anything like that, but
it's so... I hate movies that are so obviously manipulative.
Yes.
And it was just, that's what it was to me. It's like, and so many people, it's their favorite movie, and I get it, I understand it. And I like sentimentalism. I am really, I like sentimental movies. You put a dog in, the dog dies, I'm probably going to cry.
Oh, no, yeah. Oh, my God, dog, I'm totally invested.
But this one, it was just so obvious, and it just felt like they were just shaking you by the shoulders and say, feel this. And it's like, I don't feel it, I think it's manipulative crap, and I still think that.
Yeah. Well, in looking at this category, I came up with two categories of hate. And one of those is the popular movies that to me are so cliched and manipulative and predictable. I hate I think more than anything, a movie that's just 100% predictable.
Right.
And then my other category is a little different because it's like movies that the critics and the industry, like Hollywood or whatever, liked, even if the public wasn't totally sold on it. But I hated those kind of for a different reason and not as deeply. But so that's kind of a divide there I have. I was looking up some stats, too, to find out how many movies people even watch a year, and I didn't find anything conclusive at all. There was some people talking about in theaters, it's just one or two. And it's like, well, a lot of people don't go to theaters anymore.
Right.
Good Lord, with streaming and everything, you don't have to. And then I saw, there was an estimate of around 30 to 40 movies, and that sounded kind of close to me and what I see. That's like one most weeks, but not more than that. And then I saw Reddit. I was on these Reddit threads that were great, and it was like one was talking about they watch 300 movies a year. It's like, oh, no.
Wow. That's a lot of movies.
Yeah, that's like almost every day. I don't think so.
I probably watch a movie a week. I mean, I don't go to the theater every week, but I probably watch something every week.
Same here. I'd say if I watch 40 movies in the year, probably 30 of them are in the theater, but the other 10 might be at home. Yeah. But one thing that made me feel so much better, because you have such great memory recall, which I can understand with music and everything, but movies, I don't remember what I like or don't like about movies. And I saw a thread. I thought, what's wrong with me? And it said, how do you people who see all these movies, how do you remember them? And almost all of them were like, I don't really. And they just say, I remember how the movie made me feel. I maybe remember a scene or two. I remember maybe a line or two. But most people don't carry around very extensive memories of what they see. That made me feel better.
Well, if I'm lukewarm on a movie or I didn't particularly like a movie, I will forget it. And I've certainly, there's movies that I've sat down to watch with somebody, and about a third of the way through I go, oh, wait, I have seen this.
Yeah.
I have had that happen.
Yeah, I've had that happen too. And a lot of times for me, a movie that I like might just be because whoever I was with enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I just enjoyed the experience or was having a good time, and I've gone back and watched some of those later. And it's like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Well, I also have the experience of I'll be, watching a movie that I think I've seen, and I've seen pieces of it, but I've never seen it all together.
Right.
And when you watch it all together, it's like, oh, this is a completely different movie than I thought it was. And I didn't really see it.
Right. Yeah. I've done that before too.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, Field of Dreams, so is that your most hated movie or just...
That is the only movie that I actually was angry after I watched it. Because I can't stand to be manipulated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And it's like, sure, we're manipulated by every movie, but I just don't. Oh, you've got to feel this. You've got to feel this. This is so deep, and this is this is your dead father coming back, and it's like, and I've got another one like that pissed me off. But that's the one where I just walked out, and I was just, I just feel like I spit on the sidewalk.
Right.
Because I was like, I want this movie's taste out of my mouth.
Well, I'll just stop watching a movie or walk out on a movie.
Right.
And I've done that a lot. And I thought, well, does that count as hate? And I've decided, yeah, that counts as hate. If I hated a movie so much that I was done with it after half an hour, then I hated the movie. If you can't get me,
the whole thing is designed to entertain you. And if it's not entertaining you, it's pissing you off or something, then it's hate.
And something that differentiates me and Wayne, and maybe I don't know where you fall on this, but Wayne likes to be challenged, and he likes to, and I don't.
Well,
I generally don't.
A friend loaned Sarah my dinner with Andre, and we watched it last week, and I remembered liking it. And she was about 30, 40 minutes in. I could tell she was done with it.
Yeah.
And I said, just give it a little bit longer, and then it hit the point, and she really, really liked it after it was done. But it took that long for you to get to the point where it's like, oh, the attitude has just changed right here. Right. You've seen what all this was leading up to. But the only movie I can think that I walked out on that was in the theater was The Saddest Music in the World by the Canadian director Guy Madden. Always films in black and white.
Right.
And I think everything he does that I have seen is pretentious crap. I cannot stand him.
Why do you keep going back to more movies?
Well, why would you watch another one?
I've watched pieces of, it's like that. I've never gotten through an entire Guy Madden movie. I've got to say that. Because I think it always looks like exactly what I like. Weird and, just, kind of challenging. But he's like, to me, he's like what David Lynch, if you try to do David Lynch badly in black and white, that's what he is to me. And I know a lot of people love his films, and I can't stand them.
Well, and you study film as an art form much more deeply than I do. I just see a movie and think, well, I'll watch that. But if I watch a movie by one director and I hate it and turn it off after 30 minutes, I'm not going to go see anything else by that.
Well, see, Christopher Nolan nearly did that to me, and then I went back and I watched Oppenheimer. I went out when that was out, and I loved it, and I'd loved earlier movies, but and I'm going to get to another 2 movies I hate.
Okay.
Interstellar, and even worse, Inception.
Okay. Oh, Inception was the
yes, and it was
not time travel.
Dream
universe.
within a dream.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and it's like dream within a dream. Okay, and you're watching it, and finally, and then you get to dream within a dream within a dream.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, okay. And then you get to dream within a dream within a dream, and it's like, F you, I'm done with this movie. I'm sick of this stuff.
I think I was already asleep before I got to that last layer of
That
dreams.
would a much better way to experience that movie. It's just so full of
drowsy.
crap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like this.
People loved it.
I know.
For some reason.
And it's like, there's a little science behind it. Just like with Interstellar, there's more science behind Interstellar.
Right.
And I get it.
It was string theory, right? Or
quantum.
quantum physics.
Quantum physics.
Quantum theory. All right.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, I get it, but you're just being obtuse for no reason.
Right.
I hated both of them, and it's like, okay, I'm done. And then I'm going through my list really fast. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And then I thought, Dunkirk.
You hated Dunkirk?
I hated Dunkirk.
Okay. I didn't see it.
Well, it was like it's a World War II movie. I love stories about World War II. I'm fascinated by the whole thing. It's a big, epic thing. I saw it, on an IMAX screen, it seems like. But it was like, there's no character development.
No, there's not.
Nothing.
It's just all action.
You're dropped into the war. And it's like, I don't care about these people.
You might as well have been watching Transformers or something. If you just want to see loud chaos.
Yeah. And I mean, you had these situations. It has Tom Hardy. I love Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy, yeah.
It's like, I watch him in nearly anything. And of course, he's like a guy in an airplane. He's, strafing. Yeah. And you don't really he has no character.
Right.
His character is
That's
the plane.
important. I mean, I want to feel something for the people. I prefer them to be flawed heroes.
Right.
But they can be a villain with a nice streak or whatever. But when everything's just black and white, it's like, what am I watching? I'm not invested. I don't feel empathy. I don't feel any kind of emotion from these characters.
Exactly. I can watch a movie where there's no action, but I like being with the characters. And I find them interesting and realistic. Mm-hmm. But when it's just nothing but dropping you into the middle of the war, it's like that's not the experience. Right. I mean, all these people had histories. Everybody there, you want somebody to hang on to. You want something. But critics and viewers loved it. I don't understand it.
Well, I saw so much critical praise for it. I thought I probably should watch that, and just never did.
Yeah,
I think I read somewhere that it was loud, and I thought I don't want.
Oh, it's very loud.
I don't want loud.
Well, I love World War II movies, and the critics all loved it, and I watched it and just remember coming away from it like, I mean, I like you.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there was no character in the movie that I gave a shit about.
No, I mean, the first character I think they introduced is Harry Styles. It's just a doughboy.
Right.
Kind of. And it's like, I wanted to somehow get a connection to this guy and feel like I cared what happened to him. Mm-hmm. But by the end of it, it's like, I don't care about what happens to these people. This is like a significant battle in World War II. Right. And I just felt nothing.
Did you see Zone of Interest?
Yeah, Zone of Interest was great.
I thought that was interesting because they didn't really develop characters, but you knew what was happening. The characters they were developing,
right?
You didn't see them. You just heard them screaming in the background and gunfire. And
but you did get to. I mean, you got the whole Anna Arendt thing, the banality of evil.
Yeah,
I mean that's what it was all about. Yeah. It's like these people living in this.
They live next to a concentration camp.
Yeah,
and the husband is the commandant of the camp or whatever. and they're killing people every day and tracking them in, but you're just seeing it from the perspective of his wife and children, living next door to it, just going about their life and gardening and all that stuff like nothing was even happening. And it's really chilling.
You see those characters, and you see the people they interact with, and you have a story going on.
And the guy, the commandant himself, does have a little bit of development because you can see it's wearing at him at least.
Yeah.
And I think it was her mother when she comes to visit, and she just is totally freaked out. And
what movie is this?
Zone of Interest.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
But it is very quiet,
very
and
different,
very slow.
Very different, yeah.
But, it's the exact opposite of Dunkirk, if you want to be something that's opposite. But I thought Zone of Interest was wonderful.
I did too. I wasn't sure what to think of it, but it was chilling. I mean, like really.
Yeah.
And after all the World War II movies there's been, it's hard to believe something would still chill us. But that one, just the perspective was like, oh my God, this is how people lived around the concentration camps. They just pretended it wasn't anything. It was just some factory or something.
Yeah, no, I thought that one was great, and it was so different. And Dunkirk was just like, okay, let's take all the battle scenes and throw them into one movie.
Right.
And everybody loved it. There's another one I hate. Of course, we'll go on.
What do you want me to beat up on? You want me to beat up on Oscar winners, or do you want me to beat up on the mainstream garbage, or go back and forth?
Well, we've been talking about things that are fairly critically acclaimed, so let's go with that.
Critically acclaimed. Okay. Well, as you know, I hated Honora. I only watched about half an hour of it.
Which I loved.
And I hated it, and I hated her, and I hated everybody in it, and I hated just the mercenary characterization of her, and then I have no problems with sex in movies. I've seen a lot of movies with a lot of sex, but that was just so lascivious. And I thought, screw this, I'm out. And I checked out. And it's like, can I say I hated it? And I thought, yes, I can, because it drove me away. I was there. I was committed to watching it. And I know you said, oh, no, you have to see what happens to them. And it's like, that's your standard and you can do that. And I wish I did like to be challenged and learn things from movies, but I get impatient, and that one just really made me impatient.
Well, I could understand being impatient with it. To me, it's one of those movies, like you were saying, basically, it's something the characters do develop, and you learn more and more. And by the end, you really do end up rooting for her.
Okay.
Even though she seems like a totally dislikable character.
Right.
But and it's kind of I was surprised that you had such a visceral reaction to it.
Right.
Because you like movies where, the women are
I love I love
Was it really long?
It's pretty long. It
was only half an hour on my TV.
I think it's like 2 hours and 15 minutes or something like that.
This is Honora. That was in the Oscar.
She won Best. Mickey Madison won Best Actress for it.
Okay.
She beat Demi Moore from The Substance.
I know,
too.
that kind of bothered Sarah a little bit.
It bothered me too. That was the feminist movie, was The Substance.
Honora's kind of a feminist movie too.
Okay,
if you get to the end of it, I mean,
I didn't.
I know, but it's his movies.
Who's he?
Sean Baker.
Okay.
They're very natural, and the people are very flawed.
Yeah, and I like flawed characters.
Right, but I think,
went too far.
I'm not telling you to give it another chance. I'm just saying, if you gave it an hour instead of a half an hour, I think you would have ended up liking it, because it gets into much more intrigue, and you wind up rooting for her. And there's another character in it he's a fairly moral character, and you like him. But there's a lot of bitchiness that I would think you would really have liked too. But that's later on,
right,
when you get some sympathy.
Now, another movie that I didn't hate, but just to show you, is like, I need something between the mass populace type cliche, all the predictability, and stuff that's just wild curves, endless wild curves. And to me, I need that sweet spot in between, where you learn something, you care about some people, don't like some people. But we've talked about Poor Things before. Mm-hmm. And there was just that one flaw in it that bugged the hell out of me. But otherwise, I thought it was a great movie.
What was the flaw?
The flaw was you have a youngish, very attractive woman with the brain of a child.
Oh, yeah.
Who is also a nymphomaniac who loves having sex with old and often ugly men. And the movie, and what stopped me on it was like, because the director, the writer, the producer, they were all old, ugly men. And it just felt ick, It's just like, you've got this beautiful girl with the function of a child.
It's like the people that made the movie are just
and
the
it's like
creeps
you're watching their fantasy. Otherwise, I thought it was a great movie, and it was a lot of unexpected things, and she was fantastic.
Oh yeah, Emma Stone was amazing.
But that was just. But that's I can overcome something that I really don't like about a movie if there are a lot of compensating, and that one had lots of compensating factors to it.
Well, but I think that part of that whole thing with that, of course, it's Yorgos Lanthimos is the director, and his stuff is always really uncomfortable.
Yeah,
which is what I like.
Liked it before. Yeah, I liked it before, but I don't want to be uncomfortable because of anything that feels like pedophilia. I don't want that kind of discomfort. I don't mind.
But see, I think that was part of the point, is that she was being taken advantage of. And, I mean, some of the old ugly, some of it was these guys were really enjoying sex for having sex,
right.
And so that's what she was doing too.
Right.
But
she thought sex was amazing. Yeah.
Right. But I felt like part of the point was that they do take advantage. Not necessarily children, even though there's.
Well, that's where her brain.
That's where her brain was.
Yeah, it wasn't just she was a younger woman. She was a younger woman with a child's brain.
Right, but I do think that was part of what he was saying, is people take advantage of innocence. And that was very...
Right or wrong, I could take that better if it had been a woman director, if it had been younger guys, or if she had been with younger guys or something. But just all those cards stacked together just rubbed me wrong. But again, it didn't ruin the movie for me at all.
Well, he likes to make you uncomfortable.
Well,
Dogtooth had incest in it that was very uncomfortable, and it's a very black comedy.
Which one had incest?
Dogtooth.
Oh,
that's the first one I saw by him, and it was like... after that one, I wanted to see everything else by him because it was so strange and so uncomfortable, but really entertaining and like made you think for forever on about the situation.
Well, what did you think of The Shape of Water from 2018?
I thought it was overrated, but I liked it.
Yeah, I thought, well, I'm going to enjoy this. I enjoyed that it was different, and that they were going for a way different plot and everything. Yeah. But then I just kept thinking of the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, well, it was.
And that's just what it was. It just had a different spin on it. Yeah.
But she actually fell in love with him.
And she fell in love with him, and I'm not sure I was buying that and everything. But
it's Sally Hawkins. And Sally Hawkins is so odd that she's the one I could believe would fall in love with the creature. Of everybody out there.
Would. Yeah,
and she's deaf in the movie, right? Isn't that the part of it?
She's got something like that going on. It's been a few years now.
Yeah.
But it's one of those that I would have admired it as like an indie film and something like that, but it's like the best film of the year. It's like, oh.
But did you hate it?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like the big critical things. I didn't hate it, but I definitely wouldn't watch it again. Yeah. Because I would rather I like the creature from the Black Lagoon better. Yeah. So
Well, there were things in it. The things that I didn't like is there were things that were just seemed very obvious and kind of hackneyed. Some of the I don't want to give away too much about it, but the intrigue about getting the monster or the fish man, whatever, moved around and things like that. I just thought it was overrated overall.
Yeah.
But I appreciated that they tried to be different.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, as long as they're in their place, but when they come, they trumpet them, march them. And I do more hate a movie if it overshadows like a better movie. If it's just something like a Shakespeare in Love. I just thought that was so schmaltzy and formulaic, and
I never even
really didn't like Gwyneth Paltrow in that. And it beat Saving Private Ryan for best film. Which
is insane.
Yeah, that was insane. And it's like that made me hate it more.
Yeah. Well, it's funny on Private Ryan because there are parts of the latter half of it that I didn't like so much, but the Normandy beach invasion, the Omaha Beach thing was just like
that's amazing.
That was incredible, and the scene toward the end where the German soldier is killing the American soldier in the loft or wherever it is. Mm-hmm. It was just excruciating, but my God, it was great filmmaking.
Right. And Shakespeare in Love is just like a not.
Yeah. Well, the Academy Awards do that every once in a while.
Yeah.
They'll do it's like
a sentimental favorite or something.
Something weird like that.
Well, I think what it is sometimes they want to reward something that's just ambitious and creative, and sometimes there's a producer involved or a film company involved or something like that tilts the vote.
Yeah.
And,
Well, it's always votes. I mean, it's just like the
know.
Grammys. I mean, if you got...
Politics are involved.
Yeah, I mean, if you got, like the Grammys, you got a whole lot of people from one record company voting for one thing. That's what you're going to get. Same thing with the Oscars.
Did you like Goodfellas?
Love Goodfellas.
Dances with Wolves beat Goodfellas that year for Best Film.
I mean, I think Dances with
That's
Wolves
just
is okay.
another reason to hate it,
I love Dances with Wolves.
I mean, I don't dislike Dances with Wolves, but, Goodfellas, I think, is by far the best movie.
But I think a better movie about Native Americans, more truthful, was The Black Robe.
I haven't seen The Black Robe.
I haven't seen The Black Robe.
It's set in French Canada,
Mm-hmm.
and it's what are the Indians? Anyway, but it's an amazing movie, The Black Robe.
I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah. Well, I just say that because I saw Dances with Wolves, and I had never really studied any Native American history stuff, and so that kindled a whole research, and that's why I went and saw The Black Robe. It's because it was a similar epic documentary, but it's not nearly as well. I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, my favorite.
That's why I'm staying quiet, because I don't know how to talk about movies.
My favorite Native American movie is Little Big Man, but it's
That's a comedy, isn't it?
Is
that Dustin Hoffman?
Dustin Hoffman and Chief Dan George, and it's really, really funny, but it has a very serious point. It's Tom Berger who wrote that. He wrote a lot of really cool things.
What was that again?
Little Big Man.
Oh, Little Big Man. I remember.
Yeah, it's got Faye Dunaway and Dustin Hoffman and Martin Balsam, and gosh, I mean, it's just really, really good. And Chief Dan George is just amazing in his role.
Another one, I've mentioned this one before. I hated Dancer in the Dark with Bjork. Bjork was like my favorite singer at the time. It came out in 2000.
I haven't watched that one.
She just critically unlucky person. And toward the end, they're going to execute her for something she didn't do and all this stuff. And she just started singing. I was like, God, just kill her, please. Just kill her to get this over with.
Well, it's so funny. It's like, because the movie, I saw the original Wuthering Heights from 1939. I will never see another one because I felt the same thing. Just kill these people. Let them die now, please.
Do us all a favor.
Exactly. I don't want to watch these people anymore. Just kill them. I'm tired of it.
The King's Speech 2010, I didn't like that. That was like I mean, it was a nice story, but it was like a TV movie, really.
Yeah.
It was a king, and it kind of whitewashed like World War II. I think he was kind of sympathetic to the Germans, and they kind of made him like a...
Yeah.
But Colin Firth is a great actor, but he had a speech impediment, and he had to give a speech, and that's kind of...
Right.
That was that. And kind of like, okay, I didn't have to come to a theater and watch that. So that's like what I'm saying. And it won Best Picture.
Yeah, I remember. I saw it because it won Best Picture.
And I thought Social Network was a lot more interesting to me. So it's like, again, that beating some frivolous kind of light movie winning Best Picture when you're not even sure why. I mean, Colin Firth isn't like top shelf actor either. So it's just kind of weird.
Well, I kept trying to force myself to go see The Social Network. Cause,
you didn't see it?
I didn't see it because can't stand Jesse Eisenberg, can't stand Mark Zuckerberg.
What was the other one? Oh, Zuckerberg. Well, they were matched together, though. It was a good match. And Zuckerberg wasn't like particularly likable in the movie either. So, Social Network, did you see that, John?
I did.
Okay. Did you like it, or?
I remember being disturbed by it.
Yeah.
I mean, just kind of illustrated to me how social networks, social media, and the internet the algorithm is just feeding you stuff constantly, and you can't look away.
Yeah. And just see the people behind it and how they were, what was going on with them, and the Zuckerberg was.
And that has only gotten worse.
Look
at the media landscape in general right now. It's all owned by the oligarchs in America.
It's like, I don't know if we have control of anything anymore. I can't think of our own personal lives.
There's a really good documentary. I can't think of the name of it right now. That is all about that and how they program everything to get your engagement and never let you shake it.
Yeah. Right. And Crash, I hated Crash. I know you like the Matt Dillon.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like moral lessons of an after-school special or something. Everybody's kind of black and white, and it was like...
Except the Matt Dillon character.
Except the Matt Dillon character. Yeah, he was kind of an exception.
He can really do no wrong.
Yeah. And, of course, it beat Brokeback Mountain that year, and Crash just seemed... That seemed to be one of the biggest... When you look back at upsets and everything, that was like, how did Crash win it all? I think it was probably like the least likely, but I don't know.
Well, but it was...
Just, like I say, it was...
You'd think that Brokeback Mountain would have been a shoe-in. I mean, it's so controversial, and everybody's talking about it. First gay cowboy
and it was
movie.
great.
Yeah, and Hollywood was all behind it, and Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Two of the biggest young stars going.
Yeah. So Michelle Williams.
Yeah, I think with Crash, I think it's Paul Haggis, I think is the guy who directed that one. I just think it was one of those moments where they wanted to give him something. Yeah. And, all the people that were in it.
Who was the female lead in that?
Sandra Bullock was one of them, but they were all like different stories.
It was a drug narco trafficking movie, wasn't it?
No. That's you're thinking about the name of that one. I'll come to in a minute. This is the one where it's like several stories interconnected, and it's about racism and
but it comes together in a really manipulative way too.
And that's the thing that even though I liked it, but it's mostly because Matt Dillon's character actually was somebody that I didn't think I was going to like.
Right.
You understand the how complicated people are.
Right.
His character was.
Yeah.
But it was extremely manipulative and just very obviously
and heavy-handed.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of watching. It's like, okay, well, let's get this over with.
Yeah. And Brokeback Mountain was a movie that was way, way more subtle.
Yeah.
And, you still have... the biggest thing with me with Brokeback Mountain is the effect on the wives.
Yeah.
It was how many...
Anne Hathaway was Jake Gyllenhaal's wife. And yeah, she was just small parts. And what's her Anna Faris? I think she was some character in there, but Michelle Williams especially, Heath Ledger's wife. She was really
Linda Cardellini was in that, wasn't she?
Maybe
in Brokeback Mountain. I'm almost positive she was.
But it was one of those movies where it's like everything was so quiet.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I liked about it is you really got in these characters. You really understood what was going on.
Right.
I tell you, I loaned it to my grandmother, didn't I?
Oh.
She was in her 80s when I loaned it to her. And it was perfect because my grandmother was way cool.
Right.
And I said, well, what'd you think about it? She said, it sure was sad, wasn't it?
Yeah. English Patient. You remember that from 96? Drivel in the Desert. I think the problem with that one, what did it beat? I don't have that down here. But one of the biggest problems to me is that there was zero chemistry between Ralph Fiennes and who was the woman, Kristen Scott Thomas.
Yeah.
I didn't find any believable. And if a couple that's supposed to be madly in love and you just don't feel it at all from them, that's a problem. On a more mainstream, like the Twilight movies, who's buying Kristen Stewart and Pattinson together, but they didn't win Oscars for Best Picture, and English Patient won for Best Picture, and it's like
but that's one of those that seemed like an epic. It was very expansive,
Well, cinematography
like
or something
Lawrence
like
of Arabia or something.
Well, Lawrence of Arabia is great, even though it's long as all get out. But I agree, the cinematography.
I think that's what they were aiming for.
Yeah, I do
sort
too.
of sweeping cinematography.
That's the same with Out of Africa with Meryl Streep. I think that may be her worst movie, but the cinematography was amazing.
Yeah.
So
it was pretty standard. I thought as far as the story goes.
Very ordinary movie that anyone could have been in.
But The English Patient, again, it's one of those that's like a kind of prestige movie. It's like, but I agree. I didn't hate it by any means. I thought it was all right, but I don't want to watch it again.
No way. Yeah. And it was long too.
It was long. Yeah.
Hated Mel Gibson in Braveheart.
Really?
Hated it.
I actually love Braveheart.
That was just Mel Gibson to me. It was always Mel Gibson. It wasn't Braveheart or anything like that.
Huh. Yeah, I really
I hated
Braveheart.
it, and I think who I went with even liked it, but I just hated that movie.
No, I liked it a lot. The one that's better that came out at about the same time is Rob Roy.
I didn't see Rob Roy.
Yeah, it's a sort of a similar thing.
Who was that?
That was is it Liam Neeson? I think it's Liam Neeson. I think it's Liam Neeson and Tim Roth is the evil guy.
I like Liam Neeson. So
I have to look that one up. But that one is much. I was much more entertained by that. I believed it more. But I liked Braveheart.
Okay.
I like I like some of that. I mean,
there's no right or wrong answer.
I know. That's the kind of action movie, though, that I generally, I mean, other than Taken, another Liam Neeson, I like him better. But, the kind of historical stuff like that, Gladiator, I like Gladiator, the original. I didn't see the sequel, but yeah, I mean, I'm down for that stuff.
Okay. We've talked about Forrest Gump before.
Did you hate Forrest Gump?
I didn't think I did. I mean, it's like I remember having a great time at the movie.
Yeah.
And thinking I liked it. And that and I love Tom Hanks. I think Tom Hanks is great. And everybody talking about it. And I felt very warm about it and the movie and Tom Hanks. And I was glad it gave Tom Hanks, so much more.
I like Gary Sinise.
Yeah. I like
Gary Sinise was great. But I can't watch it now. And I've tried, and it's been on at the gym. It's like, it's just so hokey now. I don't know why. It just feels
It was
different.
hokey then. But
I guess I didn't realize it was hokey, or I don't know what. And I didn't like what they did with the woman character, because they kind of made her as a villain, Jenny.
Yeah,
but
I don't think
she was like
Who played her?
Oh, I don't remember who played Jenny.
I can't remember.
But she was like. It was kind of right-wing coded is how it feels now.
Well, and that's one of the reasons a lot of people don't like it, and a lot of people didn't like it then. They saw it as a very Reagan-esque sort of a...
Right. And she was a protester and all that stuff, so she was kind of characterized as the villain.
And a lot of people didn't like it because it was apparently very, very different from the book.
Okay.
And I've always wanted to read the book because people have said it's better, but I liked Forrest Gump. I thought it was...
I liked it at the time, but when was the last time you watched it? It's like...
I've only watched it in pieces, but if I see it, I'm flipping around the TV and it's on, I'll generally watch it.
It was on in the cardio theater at the gym the other day. It's like, oh, I can't watch that. I went and did the cardio machines out of the theater because just like, I can't watch this now. I don't know what's happened.
But I've heard other people say exactly what you're saying about, Jenny not being sympathetic, but I thought she was sympathetic.
Okay.
And, I mean, she's the person who believed
She's certainly the most complex character.
Yeah. And she believed in him in the beginning.
Yeah.
And just wanted to be, friends, and I totally got that. And
I didn't really get the political stuff at the time, but you watch it now, and she is kind of like the left-wing representative, and then she's painted in these broad kind of negative strokes. So.
Well, I'll have to watch it start to finish because
you don't have to.
Well, I mean, it's a movie that
one grudge I have against it is it beat the Pulp Fiction and Shawshank Redemption for Best Picture.
Yeah, well,
both of those are great movies.
Those are great movies too.
Yeah. Pulp Fiction just changed everything.
Yeah.
I mean, people rag on Tarantino, and Tarantino says a lot of
dumb things,
controversial stuff.
Yeah,
but Pulp Fiction, that changed the way movies got made and the way you think about a story, how it can be told. The whole time shift thing. When I'd seen Reservoir Dogs, and I really liked what Reservoir Dogs, and I went into Pulp Fiction not knowing anything. Me and my late wife went, and we came out just like, what the hell did we just sit through? Because
and from the beginning, you're like, well, what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like, man, it was such a ride.
Yeah.
I mean, right at the beginning, the cardiac needle when, Uma Thurman's character does... Oh, my God, I was coming out of my chair.
Yeah.
I mean, but, yeah, Pulp Fiction is like...
Yeah, I think about that movie a lot.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the scene at the very entrance of the movie where they rob everybody at the diner.
Yeah.
I just thought of that the other day. Like, everybody,
and then you come back.
I love you, honey bunny.
They are so good in that.
But I also think that Jackie Brown is even better than Pulp Fiction.
Jackie Brown is a much more... anytime it's on, I'll watch it.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Samuel L. Jackson is terrifying in that. He's scary in Pulp Fiction, but
the best character in that to me is the Robert De Niro character. Just shut up. Just don't say anything. Just don't say anything. And you're like, I mean, Tarantino is so good at tension.
Yeah.
Because you're like, please shut up. Please shut up, Bridget Fonda. Please shut up.
And what has happened to her? She just disappeared.
She Yeah.
Just doesn't want to be an actor.
Yeah.
One footnote on Forrest Gump is it kind of affected Sling Blade. I thought Sling Blade was a good movie. I
love
really
Sling
did.
Blade.
I like Sling Blade.
But what I didn't like about that was had nothing to do with the movie, but it's like people were going around imitating, going, I like me some French fried potatoes. And it's like, did you forget what happened in this movie? I mean, it's in the title, Sling Blade. This isn't it's not like a Tom Hanks kind of, I mean, he's a lovable character and everything, but it's just like people corrupted it and turned it into just like this fun kind of uplifting thing when it was really dark.
It's very dark, but man, it's good.
I saw that when we were living in Little Rock. It was filmed in Benton, which is just right down the road. It's like Maryville is to Knoxville. And everybody in the theater was like, hey, look, that's my backyard, or whatever. It was like, I couldn't even, people were yelling.
Well, I heard about it. Colonel Bruce Hampton's in it. He's one of the band members. He's the guy who recites the poem.
So is, Vic Chestnut.
Yeah.
He's in it, too.
Yeah. But Colonel Bruce I was interviewing him. He was always coming to town. And we were talking. He goes, this guy. I was just part of this movie, this Billy Bob Thornton guy. Everybody's going to be talking about him.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. It's like, oh, well, maybe so. And then you see Sling Blade, and it's like, God almighty.
Right.
I mean,
then everyone's walking around going, and it's like, oh.
You'll hate it, Chuck, but there was a YouTube guy who used to go on YouTube, and he would order things at fast food restaurants and the drive-through with that voice. And it always cracked me up. Because the people trying to react to it.
Well, again, I like Sling Blade, not trashing it at all.
All right. Well, I'm going to interject here.
Okay.
And this was critically acclaimed. It didn't win I don't know what it got at the Academy Awards, if it got Gravity.
Oh, I know you hated that.
I despise
I know you
Gravity.
and a lot of people hated that.
Did they? Because, I mean, when I went, it had like a 97 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
And I thought, I hate Sandra Bullock. But
Who was in it with her?
George Clooney.
George Clooney, right.
I think they're the only two actors in the whole damn movie.
Yeah.
But that scene where she gets launched out into space and just spinning around, that absolutely terrified me.
Did it?
You didn't feel anything from that even?
Well, the thing, I saw it in 3D IMAX.
Okay.
Which is the only good thing I can say about it. But it was just so unbelievable.
You don't like her. You just got...
I don't like her, but worse than that, I hated the backstory with the dead child and all this other stuff that was like...
I don't remember any of that.
Well, you're lucky.
I just remember the claustrophobia.
Yeah.
And I'm very claustrophobic, and that just pressed my buttons when she was spinning off into space, and all you could see was things going around and hear her breathing.
Yeah.
But it was the whole thing. I mean, if you read about what's up there and how it is, it was so unrealistic, and it was like I despise it.
Okay.
Wow.
Everything about it.
Don't hold back.
No, it was just. It was funny because I was dating a woman at the time, and I thought, oh my! And we used to do this thing because she lived across the country. She was living in San Francisco, and we would go see movies at the same time in different, wherever we were, and then talk about them after we'd seen them.
Let me guess, she liked it.
No, she didn't like it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which I was really happy about. I mean, we didn't last. Things we didn't have that much in common after all.
That wasn't enough to make it work.
But
to make either one of you switch coasts?
No. But it was like, oh my God. I hated it.
I've got some other popular movies, and then I got the ones that are just crowd popular.
Okay, I got some of those.
So, almost everything Adam Sandler, And I will say, I thought he was good in Punch Drunk Love. I thought 50 First Dates was okay.
I really
with
liked
Drew
that one.
Barrymore.
What was the one? Is Punch Drunk Love the one? It's
That
kind
was
of
a
odd.
drama. Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
That was his first
okay.
drama, and you thought, oh, this dude can actually act.
I remember
think
liking
he's
that
just,
movie.
He's got a big fan. Yeah, and I like that movie too. So I don't hate everything about him. But I came up with Jack and Jill.
Oh, I never
Oh, my God. Oh, that's where he plays himself, basically, as Jack.
Mm.
And he plays his twin sister as Jill. And it was the most grating, horrible Adam Sandler film of all the bad Adam Sandler films. And I appreciate, he's got an audience and he's got his buddies that he puts in all the movies with him. And he's just coasting along and doesn't take anything too seriously. And I can appreciate that. But I'm not going to sit and watch most of that stuff. And he's not a bad dramatic actor. There was what was it? 8
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems, yeah.
Which, I think it was really good, but it's another one I think was overrated, even though I liked it. It was very painful
People are
to
just
watch.
like, oh, this guy can act. Hey, this guy can act.
But I like his early dumb comedies.
Yeah, they didn't bother me so much.
No,
like
Billy Madison.
Yeah. What
And,
was it? The golfing movie.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, yeah.
And
the fight with Bob Barker, that was hilarious.
The Water Boy with Kathy Bates in it. I think that movie's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's super stupid, but
they just got more and more stale. And
and then he started trying to make movies that are more heartwarming rather than just stupid, funny.
And there's no depth to the heartwarming, so it's not heartwarming.
No, again, it's just manipulative.
Yeah.
But
everybody understands, and everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, but 50 First Dates is the exception to me.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah, and Drew Barrymore was a big part of that.
Oh yeah, Drew Barrymore's just
Wedding Singer. That wasn't so bad.
I loved Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
And Steve Buscemi's in that one.
Yeah.
Well, he's in several of them.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I have a real appreciation for early Adam Sandler and hardly any appreciation for later Adam Sandler, but. Now if he's in a dramatic role, I'll see it. If it's a comedy, I won't.
Yeah, that's pretty much the rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Or if he's got a good cast in the comedy, you might want to see it.
No.
But usually it's the same people.
Well, I mean, I've seen clips from Grown Ups. I've seen clips from Jack and Jill.
What? Jack and Jill was beyond terrible, though.
Yeah.
It was just so... And Couples Retreat, that was horrible.
It looked bad.
But anyway.
I wish Adam's... But it happens to a lot. I mean... Eddie Murphy his early stuff is always good, and then the later stuff is like, yeah, maybe not.
Yeah.
There's a lot of comedians that start out, and their early movies are great.
Yeah, you see Trading Places or something, like, oh, this guy's talented, and then you see, some buddy cop movie or something.
Once he started
was he Beverly Hills Cop?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he was good in that. I liked it. I mean, I didn't think it was great, but
48 Hours I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, 48 Hours is
that was
much better. That's Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte, yeah. Hated Speed. Yeah. And then I saw Speed 2.
Why'd you see Speed 2 if you hated Speed?
That's the question that's looming in my mind. If you hated the first one, why'd you see the second one?
I think that when Speed was out, it was so popular and all that stuff. And I don't know, Keanu Reeves in the bus and all that, and Sandra Bullock, your friend. And I guess I just didn't process that I didn't like that movie. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, and then I went to the Speed 2. I had a pass to see Speed 2. Uh-huh. And I was in it like 15 minutes, like, I can't, I won't, I'm not, this is unbelievably manipulative. And I got up and walked out. I blew off Speed 2.
Well, it was when Speed came out.
And it made me realize I hate Speed. Yeah. It's like I didn't know I didn't like Speed somehow.
Well, when Speed came out, I thought, well, I'm not going to like this. And then I watched it on TV, and it's like, yeah, I'm not going to like this.
Yeah. Fast and Furious. I've got to say, I watched the first couple of them, and I thought they were okay, and I was kind of hit and miss. And then I saw one, Fast and Furious 6, okay? And I had missed some of I hadn't seen 1 through 5. Right. I know I saw 1 and 2. It's like, okay, these aren't, I don't even like car chase movies, but they were okay, And but 6 had this scene in it. And in it, you had Michelle Rodriguez as one of the gang, and she's somehow being held captive on a tank. And this tank is flying down a highway. I think it's in South America somewhere. And then Vin Diesel's flying along in some other speed car going the other way. And they're on this divided bridge. And something happens, and the tank hits something. And she's trying to escape the tank. She flies off the tank over the top of the bridge. And at that point, Vin Diesel jumps out of his car and grabs her in his arms. And they just kind of land on the... And I just started laughing. And I got so self-conscious because I knew everyone wanted to come down and just beat me in the face, and I couldn't stop. And I was just like, this is so ridiculous. And I was ruining it for everyone else, and I was trying. And that just made me laugh even harder and more. And I think I finally had to leave it. It's like, what? This
like movies like that where just they'll come up with like 3 incredible stunts, and that's what the movie's about.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just somehow figure out a way to make that the story.
Yeah. And it was physiologically impossible.
Right.
Like, this couldn't have happened.
Well, see, that's the thing when Mission Impossible came out.
Yeah.
Everybody was crazy at
those.
Mission Impossible. And we went to see it. And I don't like Tom Cruise anyway, but it's like the train blows up.
Yeah.
And he rides the shockwave.
Yeah.
And it's like, I am done with this movie.
Yeah.
This is like...
I feel like that was just sort of a vanity project for Tom Cruise. Like he wanted... I don't know if he was ever considered to be a Bond. And Bond movies can be like that too, but somehow you just give it more space. It doesn't bother me as much.
I quit on Bond movies too.
But yeah, they got more emotional, actually. They got more into character development and everything.
I remember watching the Roger Moore ones back in the 70s, and it was right when product placement was becoming a big deal. And obviously, AMC Motor Car Company was a sponsor of that thing, and they had chases through Bangkok, Thailand, driving the ugliest car ever made, an AMC Matador. Look that car up. It is hideous. I mean, AMC produced some of the ugliest cars ever made, but the Matador is right up there.
The Javelin was a really cool muscle car that they did. But they did some ugly. I mean, of all the ugly cars of the 70s. Yeah, I
Gremlin.
Gremlins were bad cars. Period. The Pacer is so ugly that I like it.
It's kind of like the original iMac.
Yeah,
it's like a bubble.
Yeah,
like
it's a weird
translucent bubble.
Yeah, and it's just like it's so weird and just looks like what? I mean, it's not like the Cybertruck now, which is absolutely the ugliest vehicle I've ever seen in my life.
It's just absurd.
But yeah, the Pacer has just had this really. I kind of like it because it is ugly and awkward.
Well, and I want to circle back because you were mentioning Fast and Furious and car chases and all that. And generally speaking, car chases, I'm like, oh, come on. It's all been done. Yeah. But the winner of last night's...
One battle after another.
One battle after another. That scene, the car chase at the end where they're going over the big hills and you lose sight and you gain sight and you lose sight.
Yep. I'm 100% with you. It's like I don't like
gunfights.
I don't like car chases, but I was hanging into that movie every minute.
Yeah,
so they
and
did
the fact
right.
that she, I don't want to give it away.
No, don't give it away.
But her solution was amazing.
Yeah, but that also goes back to Bullet from 1968, the car chase. It's in San Francisco, and it's like the classic car chase. Yeah. And you're going over those hills in San Francisco.
They did that in Foul Play too, which was a comedy, but that was a lot of fun too. Yeah.
Foul Play. That's Goldie Hawn, Chevy Chase.
Yeah. The only time I could stand Chevy Chase in a movie, I think.
Well,
I guess the Vacation.
Yeah, Vacation. Christmas Vacation and the regular Vacation.
Well, I got something that you guys aren't going to agree with. So should we start fighting now?
Okay.
Let me sharpen my shiv.
Okay, I hate Napoleon Dynamite.
No.
I hate Napoleon Dynamite.
No.
I hate Napoleon Dynamite.
Watching it, I always am like, damn, this is just weird for weird's sake, but it's great to refer back to.
I took the kids, I took the whole family to see it and some of their friends when it came out because I'd read about it. And I loved it. It was so warped and awkward.
It's warped. It's meandering, and I realized I could connect that to Dazed and Confused in a way because that also is a meandering movie about.
I like it too.
I love that,
and I hate that movie too. I hate both of those movies. It's like they're meandering. There's not really anything going on. With Dazed and Confused, it's like it's their last. They're about to leave high school.
A lot of that for me is nostalgia too, because it's probably more for you because that's when you were a senior in high school.
Yeah, 1977.
And all that music, the music in it is fantastic, and all those characters.
The 70s as seen through the 90s. Did it feel authentic to you?
It totally did.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay, because I saw a lot of
casual drug use. It was like it was not taboo at all.
The way people kind of shitty to each other too.
Yeah. Way people talked, and the dope smokers,
I did
commingling.
Not like Silent J, and I hated that little duo.
That's not in that movie.
Oh, what movie is that?
That's Silent J.
No, you're talking about.
They were in a different movie beforehand.
Clerks and
Clerks. Yeah, I didn't like that.
And Jay and Silent Bob versus
Jay and Silent Bob. Yeah,
and Dogma.
Okay,
which I love.
They all run together.
Yeah, but no, Dazed and Confused was very much. Felt like 1977.
Okay. I saw some criticism saying it really wasn't like the 70s.
No, it was like my 70s. It was like the athletes and the
jocks and the
freaks
stoners
would they would intermingle over smoking weed.
Okay.
It's fine. And that's the thing is when I was smoking weed as a teenager, and it was like you'd go to a party and it was like it's all the freaks over here. And you got the athletes over here, and everybody's passing a joint, and it's like,
cool.
Yeah,
great movie.
The only thing that
jocks smoke with nerds. Great movie.
It's just
the kid that plays on the baseball team, and they're
the freshman.
Yeah, and he just has the best night of any person could possibly have.
And that was the way it was. It's like when you were young and you hung out with the older crowd. I had an older sister,
Yeah.
And if I got the chance to hang out with some of her friends or whatever, it's
like you got advanced placement. Didn't you skip a year in school?
I skipped a year to get out of school early. It wasn't because I was academically advanced.
Okay.
I was like, I hate school.
I would have believed it if you said you were academically advanced.
Well, I think I told you before. I was inducted into the National Honor Society in the same week that I failed my senior year, and I finished my senior year in summer school and had a great time.
Okay.
But
what was the bad? Oh, what was the name of that movie? It was kind of like that, and it had McLovin in it.
Oh, Superbad.
I like Superbad.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not just abjectly opposed to the.
But these are all. Every generation gets their movie because it starts
the John Hughes movies. And
but it starts.
80s.
Oh, American Graffiti.
Yeah, which shows you what the early '60s were like,
right?
And then you get Dazed and Confused, which shows you what the mid '70s were like.
Yeah.
And then you get Superbad, which gets you like 2000 or something. I can't remember. But it's much closer to the time that it happened.
What did you all think of St. Elmo's Fire? Because of all those 80s movies, I really hated that one.
It's the one I can't even remember.
All I can think about it is it seems like a big chill for the next generation, but the next generation doesn't have any real problems.
Sarah likes it. She was the right age when it came out, or when she saw it, I think.
Okay.
For me, it was like she was really young.
Yeah.
And for me, it was
that'd make a difference.
Yeah.
It's just kid stuff.
Yeah. For me, it's like, I don't really relate to that. And then,
all right.
Then Singles came out, with like the grunge era, same sort of thing.
I like offbeat grungy. I like Reality Bites, and there are a lot of movies from then that I like. But Napoleon Dynamite, Dazed and Confused, no and no.
Yeah.
I say yes and yes.
That's fine. They just meandered to me. I don't know what the point was.
Well, Uncle Rico is in one of your. I can't remember the actor's name, but he's in one of your favorite TV series, The White Lotus.
Oh, okay.
He's the guy that you can't decide if he's gay or not. That married.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Coolidge.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
That's Uncle Rico.
Okay.
He's an evil dude in that show.
Oh yeah, he's really evil.
What did y'all think of American Beauty?
I love American Beauty.
1999.
Never saw it.
I loved it. I rewatched it not too long ago. It's about a year ago. And it was great. My daughter was furious at the end of it because he's a pervert.
Yeah.
And
I didn't like the whole the whole military guy as a repressed gay, homophobe, murderer. It's like that was kind of a bit much. To me, it's the Kevin Spacey being like obsessed with the cheerleader.
Well, and this is great because this is the discussion I have with my daughter after this.
Yeah.
And it's like he's not necessarily, and Kevin Spacey is Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
And he was a great actor at that time. But that movie it's not so much that he's obsessed with her. He's obsessed with going back to being a teenager.
Okay.
And that's the thing I said, I can't relate to, he wants to have this fling with this girl, and then he doesn't.
Right.
But I understand that wanting to go back to no responsibilities, and that's what he was doing. That's the whole point. It wasn't the point that he was obsessed with her. He was obsessed with, I've had all this responsibility all my life.
Right.
Ever since then, and this was the happiest time of my life, which it wasn't my happiest time.
Right.
But it's like, but it's before you're responsible for stuff, and you see this future, and he's, he probably had a girl like that in high school that he was obsessed over.
I don't know if it's the plot or anything. I think it's Kevin Spacey. It's like Woody Allen. Do we want to talk about Woody Allen?
Oh, yeah, I can't. I loved Woody Allen movies, and I can't watch them anymore.
Yeah.
I can't.
I stopped watching Woody Allen movies, and then some reason my friends were telling me that the, what was it, Vicky Cristina Barcelona was a great movie.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I hated that. I hated that. Even with Scarlett Johansson and Penelope Cruz in it and all that. And the main thing that I hated about it was, one, frivolous, kind of like the pretty ones.
Right.
Poor things.
Right.
I don't know how to say Pretty Women's in that. But just that kind of Woody Allen, directing these girls to be like happy and free and banging whatever and all that stuff. But the worst part of it, there was this narrator in this movie. You haven't seen it?
I don't remember seeing that one. I don't think I do.
I did see it, but I don't remember it.
The narrator just like ruined it. Just like this overbearing narrator telling everything that was going on. I'm like, okay, I'm really done with Woody Allen now.
Yeah.
That was a 2008.
Did you ever see? It's a Woody Allen movie. It's my favorite one. It's called Crimes and Misdemeanors.
That was great.
That is an amazing record. Martin Landau plays this really heavy, conflicted guy in it, and it's like two movies.
Yeah.
The other half of the movie is like a classic Woody Allen comedy.
Right.
But his side of the story is just really heavy.
That whole period of filmmaking, I mean, he did just great movie after great movie.
But you finally flipped on him, so was it just you couldn't stand what?
After I saw the documentary and after I heard the recording of the daughter, I believe her. Yeah. And I can't find him funny anymore. I mean, and Annie Hall was one of my very favorite movies.
Annie Hall was a great movie.
It may have been my favorite comedy.
Yeah.
And I
like Manhattan. Yeah, Manhattan.
And Manhattan, now that, it's time, I mean, it was uncomfortable at the time, and now it's like, okay, yeah, the main character is having an affair with a high school senior. It's like, it was bad then, and now it's really bad.
It's even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the one that, on the sort of subject that you're talking about, that everybody loved and got all, everybody just laughed and thought it was funny, is American Pie, and I hated it.
Yeah, I know you did, yeah.
It was, I like sex comedies a lot of times, but I thought it was just so awkward and so obvious, and just, if you're uncomfortable with sex, that's your comedy.
Right.
And people loved it. I hated it. I didn't find anything funny about it.
Really? Not
Nothing.
even Jennifer Coolidge?
Comedy is so...
Jennifer Coolidge is she's always a little bright thing in a movie. But
comedy
Stifler's mom.
Yeah.
Comedies are so subjective, though. I mean, it's like people just raved about Old School. And we couldn't even, my wife and I sat and watched it and we're like, everybody said, that movie is hilarious. And we were sat there stone-faced for about 30 minutes. So like, I haven't seen anything in this that's funny.
I can't remember Old School.
It's Will Ferrell, and I mean it's a zany, comedy,
frat
house comedy. But,
I remember what you're talking about.
But people just were raving about, you got to see this movie; it's hilarious. And I was like, I just did not laugh at all.
Yeah. I think it was one of those that I enjoyed seeing it because I was at the beach or something. And I don't remember.
Well,
it now.
It's time based too. I mean, if you're in the mood for it,
kind of like Avatar. It's like I went to Avatar. And it was a great trip, and we were at the beach, and we went to see it, and it was a beautiful movie. Mm-hmm. And then after I thought about the plot, I thought, God, that was just like a grade school plot, though. I mean, it didn't have it was kind of shallow.
I didn't see it until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then
beautiful to look at.
Yeah, I did like it.
It really was.
Well, and I think that was kind of the point. I mean, it was the technical achievement of creating all these creatures.
And sometimes that's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should probably go. Oh, I wanted to ask you if either one of you did see Madam Web. This is a movie that was just savage. It was a Dakota Johnson. It was a superhero movie, and it was just savage. It just got the worst reviews ever. And I wanted to see it then after knowing how bad the reviews were. And it's almost bizarre how disconnected, even the actors in the scenes, it's almost like they're just practicing or something. Yeah. It's like there's no investment in this movie by anybody. I don't know how it got made and how it got out there, but it's not really popular. But I just wanted to talk about it because it was tremendously terrible. But
well, I've got one that you probably will both like. Everybody I know liked it except me. Mad Max Fury Road. Critically, everybody thought it was wonderful. Everybody I talked to loved it.
Who was who was he in this one?
That was Tom Hardy, isn't it? Tom
Hardy. Okay,
yeah, he was in it.
I did like that. Yeah,
yeah, and most people did. And I just it was a movie where it's like I love Mad Max, the Road Warrior, and I like the original Mad Max.
Right.
Thunderdome was okay.
Who was the woman in Fury Road? I think I like this one. I'm trying to separate them all in my head.
Charlize Theron? Is it?
Who?
Isn't it Charlize Theron?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But
you can't go wrong with Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron.
Well, that's what I thought. And then I saw it, and it's like, I'm bored.
Wow.
It's just it's like all action. No, I don't care.
And I'm not even that into action movies, but I thought it was good.
Most people love it.
Action apocalypse. It's not just action.
After like one sequel, I'm out.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was like the reboot kind of.
Yeah,
this is like
different than a sequel.
George Miller, I think, is the director. He hadn't made a movie in a long time, and he came back with this, and it was like, oh yeah, because I mean, Road Warrior is great, but this was just like,
when did Road Warrior come out? It's like 78 or something. It's an old movie.
Old movie.
Yeah, I think it's early 80s. I think it's like maybe 82.
If only there was some way to find out.
Yeah, I think it's like 82. But anyway, it's like some of my real film buff friends just love it, and I hated it. I just thought
81.
I am bored. Yeah,
81.
The original, yeah.
Yeah, but Road Warrior is great.
I don't remember it very well.
I just remember the guys with mohawks hanging off the sides of Jeeps screaming
well,
through the
it's even
desert.
better in Fury Road. I mean, it's the same thing. You got these just crazy, delirious people trying to stop them, and I don't know. I thought it was pretty good.
I don't know. There's some movies I need to watch a second time. I may hit that one again.
Maybe I need to watch it a second time, and I'll hate it this time.
Probably. Well, I've
be like, I thought I loved Forrest Gump, and then I thought, I can't get through this movie.
Well, I didn't put on a Kubrick movie because I think we talked about it last time, but Eyes Wide Shut, when I saw it, I hated it.
I didn't like that either.
But every movie of his is for some reason better the second time you see it, so I'm going to rewatch it.
Okay.
And
knock yourself out.
Sarah loves it.
Yeah.
So I may feel differently, but I hate like movies about sex that seem like 50s puritanical, like this is where it comes from.
Yeah.
And to me, that's where it comes from. Of course, now people are saying, well, we've got all these, these rich people with these sex clubs and these nefarious things going on, and that's a big part of that movie. So, but I remember talking to another friend who saw it at the time, and they was kind of surprised by that. And it's like, well, I believe that. I've always believed that stuff goes on. That's not a surprise to me. Anyway,
let's go to recommendations.
Okay,
because I want to recommend a movie I hated. Okay,
what?
And I'll explain it. I'll explain it because it's one of these that I think some people might actually like it, and I wish I had liked it, but I absolutely hated it. And it's The Bride. Which is our shoot, her name just flew. Jessie Buckley. Is it Buckley?
Yep.
Yeah, she just won Best Actress for Hamnet. And she's the main character in The Bride. And The Bride is a very ambitious kind of take on The Bride of Frankenstein. And it's mainly about her. And she's a very demonstrative woman and kind of crazy and everything. It starts with Frankenstein, Victor Frankenstein. That's the Frankenstein monster. It's over 100 years after he was created in Bavaria. And he shows up in Chicago and goes to this mad scientist. And why is her name just flown out of my head? Oh, I wish I didn't have so many. Annette Bening. So Annette Bening is this mad scientist, and he wants her to create a companion for him. So they go to like a pauper's graveyard or whatever, and they dig up this woman. You saw her in the beginning, the Jessie Buckley character. Her name's Ida, and but she can't remember her name. And it's got good lines and everything in it. And she creates a bride, but she's not really a bride, and they just hang out together. And it's a very feminist movie, and I love that about it because it's all about her, and she's the dynamic character. And Annette Bening's in it, and Penelope Cruz is in this one too. She's like the head of the investigation, but people don't accept her because she's a woman. So like her assistant acts as like the main thing, and she just acts like his secretary. And they go on a crime spree, so it's got a Bonnie and Clyde element to it. And again, it's in the 1930s or something like that. And Victor Frankenstein, he's got this like fantasy of how he wants his life to be, and he goes to movies and all this. Of Christian Bale, that's Christian Bale, but he's like the secondary character to her, and she's this. But it's so jarringly incomprehensible, and a lot of things happen that you can't buy. But the thing I hate most about it, and I don't know why, the director is a woman. Oh, Maggie Gyllenhaal directed this, and that and Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. And he's got a great character as like this celebrity actor, her brother. But anyway, they create this Mary Shelley character that Jessie Buckley also plays. And this Mary Shelley character, she's talking at the beginning and the camera's real close on her. And she's got this over melodramatic way of talking and blah, blah, blah. And it's just comically absurd. She's like doing a one-woman show at the Ham and Cheese Theater or something like that. It's just awful. And the Jessie Buckley Ida character is occasionally possessed by her. And whenever it happens, and the movie kind of reminds me of the Folie à Deux, the Joker and Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga.
Right.
Which I hated the trailer of that so much. And this reminds me of the same thing. It's these two crazy, misfit, odd characters that are, out doing things. And I think theater types might like it. Right. Theater kids might like this. They might like her thing. But I come back to this, the British comedy Absolutely Fabulous.
Right.
There was a character, Patsy, who was the old lush, the slutty old lush, and she has to play humble in these scenes where you find out who she is because of her mother, and her mother's dying. And her mother was like this self-indulgent, narcissistic hippie. And when she was born, she was doing poetry and everything. And saying, take this thing from my loins. I'll not be dragged down by a child. A child will not inhibit my freedom. And then later on, she's laying on her deathbed, and Patsy's sitting next to her, and she goes, "Oh, you're the vultures here to peck at my old tired bones." And Patsy finally goes, "Oh, for God's sake, just die." and that's how I was feeling. That's what this Mary Shelley character seemed like. So I do think it would take with some people, but I hated it, and I hated her. I especially hated her.
Isn't this supposed to be a recommendation?
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. I'm recommending it because I think some people would actually like this. Like all the movies we were talking about that we hated, we know people liked it. So it's like if you liked Folie à Deux, you might like this. If you liked Lady Gaga in that, you might like this. If you like Jessie Buckley, you might like this, or Maggie Gyllenhaal. And I really wanted to go with the feminist message because she becomes an inspiration to all these women in the 30s. But God, I hated it. I hated her. And maybe if you can get past that, it might be a great movie to you.
Okay. Well, you've got a recommendation.
I do. I just watched this last night. It was recommended by my father-in-law.
Okay.
It's from last year, 2025, and it's Nuremberg.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Netflix, and it's Russell Crowe. It's about the Nuremberg trials, and Russell Crowe plays Hermann Goering, the second in command of the Nazi high command, and it's...
You recommended this, didn't you?
I did when it came out.
You did?
Yeah, but go ahead. That was
it's the only thing that I found a little bit off-putting was Rami Malek as the psychiatrist.
Yeah, I had the same thing.
He's too young, I think, and he's got those weird bug eyes. I think that's a little miscast, but it's really interesting to get into because he's a psychologist and he's coming to consult with all of these former Nazis. Well, they're still Nazis. Yeah. And get into their mind and kind of figure out, how they think the way they think. And Russell Crowe's character is really well developed.
Yeah,
he's gained a bunch of weight. I don't know if they put a fat suit on him or not, but in this movie, he looks like he weighs about 300 pounds.
Yeah, I liked it. I felt the same way, and I felt the same way about Rami Malek. But I liked it a lot.
Yeah, but it is interesting to hear how they ultimately come down to it's just the Jews. That's the problem. And they're just so racist.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just they think they're totally justified, and their defense is basically, we didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they don't believe that they did anything wrong.
Yeah.
Which is mind-blowing. But it also, I'm interested in it because I've just been re-listening to the Rachel Maddow podcast of Ultra. I don't know if I've recommended that before. Yeah. And it's about Nazi infiltration of the U.S. government, ultimately leading up to Joe McCarthy. And that's a true story. That's really, really, and there are Nazis, there are fascists in America that want to see a fascist government.
Yeah, yeah. I need to listen to that one. Well, I want to recommend a 2017 film called November, which is an Estonian film. And when I had COVID, I watched a whole bunch of stuff that's kind of been on my list. And it was one of those things. It's folk horror, and it popped up. But it's filmed in black and white. Of course, you're not going to know any of the actors or actresses in it. And it's kind of just a standard story of peasant boy falls in love with rich girl who's like the baron's daughter, and the peasant girl is in love with the peasant boy, and but it's wonderful because it's like full of all this surrealism. There's a witch. There's the dead coming back at one day a year, and like so. There's ghosts that come through the whole thing, and then there's the classic thing of people going to the crossroads to meet Satan, and in this case they like go to meet Satan. There's a lot of humor in it. They go to meet Satan and they keep some berries in their pockets that look like blood. So when they sign away their souls to get like a soul to put in these like crude machines they make to do work for them, they fool Satan because they sign their name with the berry juice rather than their blood.
Right.
But it's just so much fun to watch.
Satan's not too bright, is he?
Well, that's one of the things that's kind of fun
Satan's
about
kind
it.
of dumb.
Satan's like,
I like that.
Yeah, but he figures it out by the end of it.
Okay.
It's like, but it's beautiful. It's very dreamlike. And
where would one see this?
I saw it on Tubi, whatever that is. Tubi.
You can rent it.
But rent it because you don't want it broken up with commercials. But Tubi put like...
I think you said this before, but it must have been not on
It was
the show.
after... I was telling you all the stuff I watched when I had COVID.
Right.
But, but it's like... It's one of those movies where you're thinking, oh, what the hell is going on here? Because, the first things you see are these, like, machines.
Well, I'm already wondering from how you described it, It's like... But, go ahead.
The machines are like them nailing some, like, tools together with some wood, and they roll wherever they go, or they walk on these sticks because you get somebody's soul to put in the machine, and the machines just want to work.
Wow.
But it's like everything I said about how much I hate Guy Madden. This is if I loved Guy Madden. This movie is like everything that I think he can't do done really, really well.
He didn't do this.
No, he didn't do this. I'm not sure who the director was. I looked it up. Yeah, it's an Estonian
one of the great
director.
Estonian filmmakers.
Probably the greatest Estonian filmmaker.
Of all time.
I have no idea. I've never seen an Estonian film.
Estonia.
But anyway, it's called November. It's 2017. There's other movies named that. So you got to get the year right. And it's spooky, but it's funny. And it's just, I found it, if you like surrealism in movies, it's really good.
Is there any touching moments between the triangle?
Love
triangle.
My favorite part is the peasant girl goes to the witch and asks what she can do to get the peasant boy to love her. Well, you can kill the girl.
Obviously.
And she's like, she wants to go with
you don't
that.
need a witch for that.
But she's a good girl. She can't really do it.
Okay. You got a music?
You go with me. Oh yeah, I do too. I'm going to recommend 1969, going way back.
Okay.
Arlo Guthrie's album, Running Down the Road. This is the album that came out right about the time he played Woodstock, so it's got Coming into Los Angeles on it. And I think it's, at least of his early stuff, his dad is Woody Guthrie, and people know Woody Guthrie from, this great folk icon. But Arlo wrote a lot of great songs too, and this is full of really good songs. And it's got, people like Ry Cooder. It's got like the cream of the studio musician folks on it. And all the songs are great. He has a great performance. And I stole this from my sister for a long time when I was a little kid and listened to it to death and fell in love with Arlo Guthrie's music and followed him ever since. 1969, Running Down the Road.
John?
Yep. I want to recommend the last Ben Folds record from 2023. It's called What Matters Most. Okay. And he's moved away from just like Ben Folds 5, which is just drums, bass, and piano. And this is much more. He's incorporated all kinds of orchestral instruments. But man, the guy just writes the most beautiful songs.
Yeah.
But Wait, There's More is the first one. And it's obviously about Donald Trump, I think, coming back. But then The Clouds with Ellipses, the second song on there, it's just got this beautiful melody I don't know. I just think Christine great. From the seventh grade, he's talking about someone from seventh grade that he knew that somehow he's gotten on her email list, and she has just gone total conspiracy theory. And he's like, there's something wrong with you. You're purposely misspelling things. I know you got a good education. We went to school together.
Right.
And he's talking about Christine from the 7th grade. What's happened to you? What's wrong? It's a great record.
I think Ben Folds is one of those guys that does not get near enough credit for being as good as he is.
Yeah.
I got that University Acapella album where it's like all the university acapella groups doing his music, and he has one song on there that's just him with his daughters. I mean, that's one of my favorite albums of all time.
Wow.
And some of his songs are just devastating. I love Ben Folds.
Okay, I got something from 1995. This is 31 years old now, if you can believe that. And this was a Gen X dream. You may remember this. Mm-hmm. I brought the CD case. It's music. Saturday morning, Cartoons Greatest Hits.
I remember that.
And this is Cartoons Greatest Hits. These are alt-rock bands, and they're all covering famous cartoon songs. So you've got Liz Phair with Material Issue. They did the Tra-La-La song. There are 19 songs. I'm not going to go through all of them.
Right.
There's Sponge. Mary Lou Lord, you may remember her. She was like Elliott Smith's, she was his girlfriend for a while there. Mm-hmm. She's with Semisonic, doing Sugar Sugar from the Archeries. Yeah. You got Matthew Sweet doing Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
I remember that one.
Juliana Hatfield and Tanya Donnelly. I forgot about that big pairing. They do Josie and the Pussycats, which is awesome. And let's see. Let me skip the collective. So Butthole Surfers doing Underdog. That was fantastic. Helmet Gigantor. The Ramones, they do Spider-Man. Reverend Horton Heat, Frente, Violent Femmes.
Which one's Violent Femmes do?
They do. You would ask me that one. It's I can't say it, but it's the Eep Ope. It's from the Jetsons.
Yeah,
Eep Ope Ork. Mama means I love you. Yeah.
What's the name of the album?
It's Saturday Morning Cartoons Greatest Hits. And there's more. There's Dig. They do the Fat Albert theme. Toadies, Sublime. They do Hong Kong Phooey. It's great. And the Murmurs, I talk about them every now and then. They do H.R. Puffin stuff. So, and they do one newer song. They do Happy Happy Joy Joy. That's done by Wax, which the Happy Happy Joy Joy is from Ren and Stimpy. Yeah. So that was, at that time, that was a modern cartoon song. So, like I say, it was a Gen X dream.
That sounds like fun.
It is fun. It's a lot of fun. It's like an hour long, which all these cartoon songs are short, but there are just so many of them. So
that's a good suggestion. I'd forgotten all about that.
Me too, and I just came across it. It like fell out of one of my boxes that I was moving. I was like, oh my God, I forgot about this 30 years ago. So,
are you sure it doesn't have Ozark Mountain Daredevils CD in
there? No, it sure doesn't.
Black Oak, Arkansas.
It was Black Oak, Arkansas.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, the Ozarks are in Arkansas.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining us. You can find us on social media. I don't write this down. I don't know why. We're on YouTube and Facebook and X and Instagram and TikTok Reels. And if you have any comments for us, any suggestions, feedback, if you got any suggestions for topics, let us know. You can reach us at howweheardit@gmail.com. And thanks again. We'll see you next time.
You've been listening to How We Heard It with Chuck Campbell and Wayne Bledsoe, a podcast about music, movies, art, culture, whatever it is that's on their mind. How We Heard It was recorded at the Arbor Studio in Knoxville, Tennessee by me, John Baker. How We Heard It is a Cozy Planet production. If listening to this podcast has given you a burning sensation, then we recommend you sit in a hot tub until your symptoms fade away. If you'd like to reach out to Chuck or Wayne or even me, you can send an email to howweheardit@gmail.com. So thank you for listening, and come on back and we'll have another episode for you next week.